Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, okay. So, what you're going to want to do is first in this, you're going to learn how to strum, but equally important, you're going to learn how to fret.
Okay.
It does seem intimidating at first, but it is important that you learn how to multitask if you're going to be a guitarist.
Okay.
So, what seems intimidating, if you do it 10 minutes a day in 5 days, it'll seem much less. And if you do it in another 5 days, it'll seem so.
Okay.
Just practice this every day. But
All
this
right.
is one chord with only 2 notes
Okay.
that will teach you how to sound the guitar.
Okay.
Dynamic voice. This is how you're going to sound the instrument.
All right.
So we'll review our pick grip one more time.
Yeah.
You take the pick, and it's got, sort of round up top and then a very clearly pointed edge, the strum. So you're going to take that, and it'll face the sound hole. This is like an arrow pointing to the guitar.
Okay.
You're going to take your thumb, the pad of your thumb, and you're going to rest it just on the middle.
Okay.
That way you've still got the point. Then you'll take your index finger, and you'll come below and meet the pad of your thumb with just a pick in between. You might find that your fingers are touching. That's even better. It really is just very thin, and you should have most of the pick covered.
Okay.
Now we've got a nice grip, and you just have what you need to strum. You don't
Alright.
need that much of the pick to really strum.
Okay.
So now, we'll talk about the strum, the elusive strum. You've got 6 strings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, arranged by pitch from high to low, your high E, your low E. You're going to take your pinky, this is what I do. I take my pinky, I rest it on the pick guard wherever it feels most natural for you. Now, at least, no matter what, I'm grounded by the sound hole,
Gotcha.
by the bridge.
So your hand's
My
moving back and
hand
forth.
doesn't feel like loose. I don't know where to go. I've got a clear direction for my hand.
Gotcha. Kind of like an anchor, kind of keeps you where you're
Exactly
supposed
like an anchor. This anchors my hand.
to be. All right.
Now, I'm going to take this pick and I'm going to go above this string, but still pointed toward the guitar.
Yeah.
And I'm going to come through. Just let my wrist fall.
Okay. All right. So it's more of a natural flow of
It
it.
should feel very loose. I used to do this and just watch TV and not even notice it and just do this
Okay.
all day.
That's what I need to do.
And then eventually you get to now let's talk about equally important, the up strum.
Okay.
If you think about it, all you're doing is finishing the
Coming right
down
back.
strum. Your hand kind of feels after down strum excited. You don't really know what to do with it. So you just
Okay.
what you might want to try at home is going 1 and 2 and
Okay.
3 and you can do that without anchoring your hand on this one. You can just do big strum and go 1 and 2 and
Okay.
3 and a couple of quick things. If you find your thumb hits the strings or your fingers accidentally brush the strings, don't worry about it. The point is that you're getting used to the motion.
Yeah.
This will become your muscle memory.
Yes.
And it's important that you develop it.
Yeah.
I recommend doing this even as little as 3 minutes a day.
Okay.
Just take this, find the cutaway, rest it, plan it.
Gotcha.
Do that 4 minutes before work every day, and the next in 5 days' time, you'll notice a difference.
Okay.
So now we're gonna give you a chord to practice.
Yeah.
You've got the strum, the down strum. You've got the up strum. Eventually, you'll be able to go 1 and 2 and. Eventually, you'll be able to go 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 16ths. Eventually, 30 seconds. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E.
Okay.
So you'll get into it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So you'll get used to it, but
All right.
that's it. Your down strum, your up strum,
Okay.
and the pinky root. Eventually, you can just So now we'll talk about the 2-note chord. I say that because I'm only fretting 2 fingers. This is in first position, meaning I've got a finger at the first fret.
Okay.
If I played it like that, it would be second position.
Okay.
Just a music term for you.
Mm-hmm.
So first position because I've got a finger, my first finger in the first fret.
Okay.
So I'm rooting in this fret.
All right.
It's going to be an E, and I know that because when I play this E is my root, right?
Okay.
Again, this E is the lowest string I touch when I strum, so it's the bass. It's the root. This is an E something, an E7. But whatever it is, like this, E minor. The point is, this is the bass. So
Okay.
E. You're gonna note one note on this A string. It'll be your second finger, your middle finger, and you'll come into the second fret at the A string. So A sharp, B.
Okay.
This B note, again, A sharp, B.
All right.
This B just so happens to be the 5th or the dominant in the key of E, which is part of why it sounds so good.
Okay.
That's theory we'll get into later.
Yeah.
But that's just something about sound.
That's-
what
yeah.
they call the approach tone.
Okay.
And that's how when people talk about singing and resolving notes, the resolution, it's because your ear wants to go a certain direction.
All right.
And Pythagoras figured it all out.
Yeah, I don't.
So you don't have to, because he did.
Okay.
So you'll take your index and you'll put it right here on the G string.
All right.
So G sharp. So we've got a B, a G sharp, and a bunch of other strings.
All
The
right.
point is you've got a finger here, right here on the 3rd, and a finger here on the 5th,
All right.
2nd fret. So now when you just strum, you've got an E7.
Okay.
Just look at the way I hold it, the way I've got it in my hand,
Yeah.
the way my arm is extended. You'll position your wrist in a way, some of this will take some investigating on your part, but you'll position your wrist in such a way that you have enough space down here to fret these notes without touching other strings.
Yeah.
It should be the very tippy top of each finger.
Okay.
You shouldn't be touching any other strings, any other fretboard. You should be able to come all the way up and then on the tip of your fingers, just the pad of each finger.
Okay.
And then again, you'll take this, you can root your pinky on the pick guard, and you'll brush. So really it's just anchor, brush, up. That's what you should practice.
Okay.
Anchor, brush, up.
All right.
Anchor, brush, up.
Okay.
And again, you can go back and pause or whatever and look
Yeah.
at these. You can also just Google E7 chord and Google images. It'll be all over the internet.
But you just showed me it, right?
But I could just show you right here as well. This is, again, because this is our low E, our root note, E7,
Okay.
which is just a place to start.
Yeah.
But this gives you the ability to build some muscle here and figure out how to comfortably fret notes
Yeah.
with your wrist, as well as get into anchor, brush, and up,
Okay.
which gives you some ability to strum. Now you can go in different rhythms. You could start and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you could do halves. You could do 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just keep different rhythms in 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a...
Okay. So, what the homework that I'm gonna be doing? What do you expect me to be able to do by the time we do this?
What I
again?
would like to see you be able to do is fret these 2 notes
Okay.
and give me get a clear sound. I don't
Alright.
want to hear anything where you get that and it doesn't sound good because you've let your fingers fall back,
Alright.
or you've let your fingers go forward, or really, I mean, what I'd like you to do is just get used to spreading these fingers
Yeah.
and fretting the notes, and show me that you're getting comfortable with the wrist,
Yeah.
and that you can just sound a chord.
All right.
That's the base.
How
Just-
long do you expect me to take to get to that point though? Because I'm thinking it's gonna take a couple weeks just to get used to the whole holding it and muscle memory and being able to strum
It might.
fluidly.
I'll say this. Some practice tips. If you
Yeah.
want to talk about just practice tips, even before you start sounding anything,
Yeah.
what I would recommend doing is just pick this, and even when you're walking around the house, you could just be holding this when you're walking around and just kind of spin it.
That's
and
what I used to
hold
do with
it
a baseball.
And airwave it and just get used to it. I used to take this pick, put it in my hand, duct tape it, and then go to sleep, and then wake up.
Really?
And with this,
Okay.
and then just that way, even just like rolling over, I'm so used to
Yeah.
holding this.
That should be a natural.
So that
Yeah.
even
It
if
becomes-
even if you're listening to music and you just kind of do this.